Welcome to the AFC South Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight and analysis on all things AFC South from the best creators in the division, including Houston Texans creator Ruben, Indianapolis Colts creator Derek, Jacksonville Jaguars creator Dalton, and Tennessee Titans creator Rossi. Catch the AFC South Roundtable every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the AFC South Roundtable YouTube channel.
What is going on, everybody? So I had to pump the AFC South Roundtable intro here because the Jaguars were the only team in the AFC South to win the game this weekend. 0-3, the AFC South wasn't a 1 o'clock win, though, and the Jags had to carry the division at the end of there and come out with a victory as the Jaguars defeat the Raiders in a game where the Jaguars were down 6-3 at halftime. And the Jaguars ended up winning a shootout in overtime, 30-29. It was a crazy game. There were definitely some ups and downs. I definitely first got to give a shout out to Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence in the first half was bad. I mean, he was bad. There were missed throws and, of course, the bad interception in the end zone. It was like, dude, what are you doing? It's one of those things where you question Trevor Lawrence's football IQ in those situations. But then the second half comes, and Trevor Lawrence literally scored on every single drive in the second half. He scored 3 go-ahead touchdowns because the defense didn't want to stop anybody. And then he scored another game-winning touchdown drive in overtime. And then for the first time this year, I think I've been pretty critical of Trevor Lawrence just because it's year 5. I'm kind of tired of baiting him. And I've been mostly critical of him due to the football IQ stuff. Like, I don't think he's comfortable in the game of football. And I don't think he knows how to react to certain situations. And I think that, he misses wide open guys and maybe doesn't know how to read a field very well. But when you look at his 2025 season, multiple game-winning drives. Had a game-winning drive against the Texans, had the game-winning drive against the Chiefs, game-winning drive against the Raiders. I mean, the Jaguars haven't had quarterbacks that have been able to do that. Like, we've been searching for a guy that's able to do that. And Trevor Lawrence, while it doesn't always look pretty, he gets it done. And even the 49ers game, I mean, the Jaguars, you got the ball back, and Trevor Lawrence in the offense needed to get a first down, and he did it. So I thought maybe this was probably Trevor Lawrence's definitely his best half of the season. And look, I'm going to criticize him when he does bad, but I'm going to give him a lot of props when he does well. He did really good. He did really good this game. And especially in the second half when the Jaguars needed him, because the Raiders, he kept getting the ball back when he was down 3 points, and he kept putting the Jaguars up and then getting the ball back down 3 points. I mean, it kept happening, and the defense wanted to give it away. And also, apparently, he was throwing up all day and all night, had some kind of flu going on him and his wife. But, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, I give him credit. He did really well, and he was down a bunch of guys. I mean, Travis Hunter obviously out. Brian Thomas Jr. got injured. Tim Patrick was out going into this game. De'Ami Brown got injured. Like, you're down your 4 top receivers going into week 1 of the season. You're out there, you're playing Trammell, and Tim Jones is back here, and you're just playing a bunch of dudes. Even Brenton Strange is out. So I give Trevor a lot of credit because I was ready to annihilate him after really the first half that he had and missing guys and the interception. But, he killed it. I mean, no throw touchdowns, but 2 rushing touchdowns. And, yeah, shout out to him. ETN also had a really good game, 22 rushes, 84 yards. Just a lot of they were loading a lot of boxes here, but he had a lot of really good contact balance runs, yards after contact, lots of big plays that led to first downs. So ETN, I thought, had a really big game for the Jaguars. Also, it was a huge bounce back game for Cam Little. I mean, my God, he was 3 for 3 on field goals, 3 for 3 on extra points. And after the 70-yard field goal didn't count, that would have been an NFL record in the preseason. He now holds the NFL record with a 68-yard kick. So big shout out to him. That was pretty awesome. Cat God says, yeah, I thought I was done with Trev in the first half. Yeah, and like I said, I'm done babying him. I'm trying to hold him as accountable as possible, and I was ready to annihilate him in the post-game stream, but he did it. And I know, look, the Raiders aren't a good team or whatever, but I'll tell you this. Raiders with Brock Bowers might be a really dangerous team. Brock Bowers, absolute animal. Absolute animal. Let me look at Brock Bowers' numbers. Brock Bowers this game. 12 catches, 127 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The guy's an absolute beast. We couldn't stop him. Jaguars defense couldn't stop him. But granted, the Jaguars defense couldn't stop anybody. They were awful this game. You're talking about the Raiders scoring touchdowns on their final 3 drives. Got to give a shout to Devon Hamilton, though. Batted the pass on a 2-point conversion. I mean, if that pass wasn't batted, then they probably win the game because there was a guy open there. So Devon Hamilton, of all people, coming out with the most clutch play of the game defensively. Montero Brown had himself an interception. The first turnover for the Jaguars defense in the first 4 calendar and 4 calendar weeks. You know, we were turnover city the first 5 weeks or so, and then all of a sudden we went turnoverless against the Seahawks and Rams. So we got that back. Josh Hines down 1.5 sacks. So lots of work to be done defensively. Does this game determine whether the Jaguars want to be buyers at the trade deadline? It depends on what you want the Jaguars to do. I think the Jaguars, I think we could be good enough to make the playoffs, but I don't care who you bring in. I don't think we're competing for a Super Bowl. So if you don't think we're going to win a Super Bowl by adding a guy, do you add a guy? Or are you fine with going 10-7, 11-6, getting the number 7 seed and being a first-round bounce? I don't know. I don't know. This regime is very, very aggressive. All I know is that the trade deadline is November 4th, so that's Tuesday. I don't want to trade away any of our day 2 picks. We have a 2nd-round pick. We have 3 third-round picks. Day 3 picks, all those, I don't mind trading those away, but I'm protecting my day 2 picks for sure. I'm protecting those. Trade for Bowers. I wish. I think that guy is highly protected. I mean, he's putting up wide receiver numbers. I will say, though, shout out to Bowers for my fantasy team. I was playing against him in fantasy. I never root for players I'm playing against in fantasy, like in that circumstance. Like, I want Brock Bowers to have a bad game, but when the game is over, the Jaguars win, and I look down and Brock Bowers scores me like 27 points. I got a half PPR league. Let me see the exact amount he put up. He put up 37.3 points for me in fantasy. And in this league, the highest score gets like $20 each week. Yeah, Brock Bowers won me $20 essentially because I'm going to be the highest scorer because of him. So Brock Bowers, what a beast. And they're a dangerous offense with him, straight up. They're a dangerous offense. Genty, we held Genty down for the most part, but Genty, I mean, he's definitely a playmaker. He's a beast. You can see why he was highly drafted. I mean, 13 carries, 42 yards, so not much there. 5 receptions, 47 yards, 1 touchdown there. He's a good player. He's definitely a good player, but the Jaguars have usually done pretty well against running backs. It's just been it's always the Jaguars getting burnt by. It's always one player that just takes off on the Jaguars. I mean, JSN took off on us. The Rams, Devontae Adams. This one, Brock Bowers. There's always one guy that just we can't cover, and they unload on us. That's for sure. But time of possession, this one was crazy. Jaguars possessed the ball 43 minutes versus the Raiders 20. Actually, okay. Jaguars 43 minutes versus Raiders 27 minutes. I looked down at this. I'm like, damn, 42 minutes, 43 minutes. That means they only got the ball 17 minutes, but I forgot about overtime. Jaguars, go to overtime, which kind of crazy that I didn't even know the rules. I know pretty much all the NFL rules. I didn't realize they changed the rule where a touchdown doesn't end the game. The other team gets another chance. So we scored a touchdown. I said we won. I'm like, why are we kicking an extra point? So the more you know. I mean, the Jaguars haven't been in that situation before yet. So, but yeah, shout out to Logan Cook for winning the coin toss. The Jaguars defense wanted to give it up. The Jaguars defense just awful. Jaguars defense awful. We can't get pressure on the quarterback. Secondary just we're down and injured. We're gonna have to if we're gonna make some noise, we're gonna have to do it exactly like this, and that's winning in spite of the defense. Probably. I mean, defense, they stopped getting turnovers, and now we're just Trayvon Walker. What are you doing, bro? Trayvon Walker punched a guy and got ejected. The same week, like what, 5 days ago, Aiden Hutchinson, who should have been a Jags #1 pick, got paid big time money, and Trayvon Walker's over here punching people. Like, come on, bro. You can't do that stuff. Don't be an Aziz Al-Shaair. So, also Josh Hines down 1.5 sacks. I think I already mentioned that, but yeah, he's the only guy that's able to really do anything. And then defenses know it. They double team him. That's why a lot of people are like, "Where's Josh Hines Allen?" Well, it's because when the offensive line goes out there, he's the only guy you have to look after. Eric Armstead sucks. Mason Smith sucks. I mean, there's only so much Ogba and stuff can do, right? So, yeah. Outside of that, you gotta give a shout out to Parker Washington. He had himself a good game. 8 receptions, 90 yards. Tootin had 9 carries, 29 yards, 1 touchdown. It was nice to see our offense actually putting up points at the end. It was nice seeing Trevor Lawrence do some stuff, even with a very injured team. Also, shout out to gosh, I thought Hunter Long's knee got messed up. I mean, he was in there hurting, and he actually came back and played. Brian Thomas Jr., pretty invisible. He had a couple receptions in the first quarter. Then we didn't even target him until the fourth quarter, where he got that nice, huge 34-yard gain on like a 3rd and 20. So that was excellent. And then he got hurt. He came back, but then I didn't see him in at the final drive or anything. So taped up his ankle. He's a hurt player. I mean, he's had shoulder stuff, he's had wrist stuff. Now he's got an ankle. Like, golly, but we can't afford to sit him. That's for sure. We definitely need him. So, yeah. Overall, when you look at a big picture thing, the Jaguars are 5-3. At the season ended today, the Jaguars had a number 7 seed in the wild card race. And people, I know there's probably some people in the chat, and I'll get to some people in the chat. I just want to talk a little bit first so I don't lose my train of thought. There's going to be people saying, "Oh, well, you just beat the Raiders. That's a bad, that's a bad win. You barely beat the Raiders. You have to take the Raiders to overtime." It's hard to win games in the NFL, guys. I mean, Chargers beat Tennessee by 1 possession. Like, Chargers were literally losing to Tennessee, I think, in the third quarter. Is that a bad win? No, a win is a win. It's the NFL. You're playing against a bunch of professionals. The Green Bay Packers lost to the Panthers. I know the Panthers have a decent record. They're 5-4, but like, is that bad? Is that a bad win? The Bears barely beat the Cincinnati Bengals, right? So it's just, I don't know. By the way, the Seahawks winning 28-7. Golly, like, Seahawks could be the best team in the NFC right now. They're a good team. Seahawks are just, they kill everybody. Glad I'm not in the NFC West, that's for sure. They got, San Francisco 6-3. Seahawks probably about to be 6-2. Also got the Rams over there. Rams are 6-2. Yeah, don't want to be in that division. That's for sure. But shout out to Buffalo for beating the Chiefs. Of course, Jaguars own the wild card over the Chiefs. But when you actually take a look ahead, the Jaguars next week play in Houston. It's going to be a tough game. Houston, it doesn't matter how good or bad the offense plays. That defense is tough. They make good quarterbacks look bad. But we're also on CJ Stroud watch. CJ Stroud, of course, got a concussion today. Did not finish, so he's in concussion protocol. I would probably doubt he plays next week, which is kind of a shame. I would rather play against CJ Stroud for a couple reasons. One, he hasn't looked that good this year. And like, Trevor Lawrence and CJ Stroud has been the only consistent AFC South quarterback to quarterback matchup these last 3 years. Colts have been cycling out players. They probably got a keeper maybe in Daniel Jones. The Titans have been messing around over there. So that's one that I would have liked to probably play. But whatever. We'll play who they play. Davis Mills was able to kind of dish him out to different players. So, yeah. But no matter what, that defense is going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. This Darnold is legit. Hopefully, it doesn't collapse in the playoffs like last year. Well, he's playing. He's 16-16, 282 yards and 4 touchdowns at half. That's insane. I mean, Darnold was good for the Vikings last year, but he wasn't this good. He was never this good. He's found himself, and I don't know, man. I didn't see it coming because I didn't like him that much out of college. And then obviously I thought, oh, he's on the Jets, not very good, and he played on a couple different teams, but yeah, Darnold is just another example of what happens with Trevor if the Jags throw him away when they clearly have 50 worse problems. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. And I'm not giving up on Trevor. I've been hard on him, but I've never given up on him. I've entertained people's ideas of maybe upgrading the quarterback position if they want to draft a guy or bring in a competent backup for some real competition. But I've never given up on him. But one thing I have been doing, I've been being a lot tougher on him and criticizing him a lot more and just not babying him as much. And let's be real, I hope he's our guy because I don't want to. It's going to be hard to figure out how to get another guy. And he's also on a big contract. I want him to work out because I want to have our quarterback. I just hope what we have to hope with Trevor, and I think the biggest thing holding him back is that he's not super comfortable on a football field. And I think it just comes with being in a new offense and maybe not knowing the players as well. If the game can just slow down a little bit, because I think right now football IQ is the biggest thing, he'll be better. But is he just a guy that isn't going to be able to put it together on the field and will always play like this? We'll just have to see. I mean, time will tell. But right now the Jaguars are 5-3. Of course, this is the entering the easier stretch of the schedule, even though the Raiders defense is awful. But man, with Brock Bowers and Genty, I think you're going to see the Raiders start to put up more points. Like I think the Raiders will end up with some wins, but I mean it's Jaguars went to the West Coast and got a W in opposing territory, and especially with the Jaguars team that needed to win so bad. They needed some positive vibes, and after just the 2-week losing skid, and then what happened over the bye week with Travis Hunter, the Jaguars did a good one. Big Jags fans, I believe the Colts will continue to lose. And yeah, the Colts entering their tough stretch of the schedule, and they lost to the Steelers today. And really, you look back, and if you look at their schedule, I mean, they lost to the Rams. Rams are a good team. But they beat the Broncos, who are a good team. But the Broncos and Chargers are another team that they beat. Broncos and Chargers, you just never know which team is going to show up. Like sometimes you play this really good Chargers and Broncos team, and sometimes they're flat. So, and keep in mind they won the Broncos game because of some BS. But play the Falcons next week at a 9:30, so that'll be cool to hate watch in the morning. Then they got, Chiefs, Texans. Texans will always be a tough matchup. Jaguars at Seahawks, at 49ers. I mean, they don't have any easy games left. They have no easy games on the schedule. Even if the Texans are 4-9 when they play them or whatever. I mean, they wouldn't be 4-9 because they play them at the end. But the Texans, no matter what, will always be a tough play because of the defense. You taking calls tonight? You know what? Sure, I'll take some calls. But first, I want to give a shout out to, let's see, Sleeper. By the way, guys, I won the Sleeper picks for the Club Jaguar. Okay, so we put $5 down. We got $35 back. So that's pretty good. Didn't win it before the game because I wasn't feeling. I put the lower on Parker Washington because I was like, he'll be the number 2 receiver. They'll lock him down, and we're gonna have to find some other guys. But he killed it. But luckily, I was able to cash in on the Club Jaguar one. So what Sleeper's offering right now is a 100% match up to $100 using promo code UCFJAG, or also the better one is the free $20 entry. So if you're just want to test out what it's like to do player pick'ems, they're going to give you a free $20 you can play around with. I mean, I always like to just put $5 and see what happens. Kind of like innocent stuff there. And it just kind of makes these games more interesting, especially like tonight. The Commanders, Seahawks, it doesn't matter anything with the Jaguars with playoffs or anything like that. So, put that on there to make it a little more interesting. So shout out to Sleeper. for being a sponsor of this channel. Promo code UCFJAG will get you either a free $20 entry or a 100% deposit match up to $100. So we'll go back here. And here, let me put this up here. Yeah, I'll take some callers. Maybe we'll run this for 20 minutes. I wasn't originally gonna plan to do it, but I got some stuff done and I'm not super tired. And we won, that helps out too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I got the link down there. I pinned it. So if you guys want to come on here, talk your talk. Did you go to school with Taco Fall? I think we were enrolled at the same time. I do believe so. I think I was finishing up while he was starting up. So I think so. Thank God Daniel Jones is back in his Giants form. All right. So first call, we got Elliot in here. What's up, Elliot?
Hey, what's up, UCF?
What's popping? How you feel about the win?
It's pretty stressful, but hey, thank God we got it done.
It was definitely stressful. It was not a very fun watch, but we won it. So can't complain about that.
Yeah, you can never complain about those wins.
So what was your favorite part about it?
I would say Trevor Lawrence probably stepping up big time in the second half and into overtime.
Yeah, no, it needed that really bad. And I mean, multiple go-ahead touchdowns. Defense wasn't helping out at all, but yeah, got the W. And honestly, another just come from behind victory, another game-winning drive. So that's good.
Yeah, and we got to see Cam Little make history tonight.
I know he finally got. I mean, the one in the preseason didn't count, but now he's finally got it, right?
Yeah, hopefully that'll just boost his confidence heading forward with these next stretch of games.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping so, because we're definitely going to need him, because we're probably going to be in some close games and we need him to make those and not change momentum around and give the team the ball back in good field position. Can't leave points on the board.
Yeah, especially a team against like the Chargers that we have in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll have to. Chargers will be a tough one. It depends on what team comes in, but because Chargers, they can be a little inconsistent, but hopefully we get the bad version of them. We can pick up a W against them.
Hopefully, I mean they just struggled against the Titans today.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. It's tough, but is what it is. But all right, man, I'm gonna get some more call. We got we got 10 people backstage. I'm gonna have to break down this link now. All right, but I'll catch you later, Elliot. Appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, see you, UCF.
All right, later, man.
You too.
All right, so I removed the link because we have like 10 people backstage. So if you're back here, I will get to you. First, I gotta get to my buddy, Jacoby. Jacoby, what's going on, man?
How about those Jags, baby?
How about those Jags?
Gotta be a little quiet. Little man's asleep, but how about those Jags?
We did it.
Trevor.
It wasn't.
Trevor.
I don't know if it was very fun, but we got it done, right?
Fuck no, it wasn't fun, dude.
That was stressful. I was like,
yeah, it was stressful.
I was like, we either go 5-3 or we're 4-4, and I feel like season's over.
I mean, Trevor, when he threw that interception, it was, oh, here we go again. I can't defend you anymore. I mean, that's the same old story. Yeah. And they brought it back.
Yeah.
They brought it back. Gotta give it to them.
The Jaguars, they started off in most typical Jaguar form. They got a 3-and-out because Trevor missed a throw. And then the Jaguars threw a red zone interception, which is typical Trevor. And then the Jaguars had to punt it after they basically penalized themselves all the way backwards. It's the most typical way to start.
It was, man. It was brutal. I mean, and I know the Raiders, they had a bye week too, but come on.
Yeah.
That was a game I felt
Dude,
like
but
we should have been handling, and Brock Bowers is a beast, I
yeah,
guess.
Brock Bowers is a problem. I mean, he changes the dynamic of that offense. Like he was tough, but he did good for my fantasy team, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta appreciate that. I'm glad I didn't start Brian Thomas Jr., although I will say he had one of the biggest plays of the game.
Yeah.
That catch and run was huge to set up the new NFL record field goal. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone that felt like it was doing their part. It
Yeah.
felt like.
No,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it did. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how we play next week. Texans are always a tough team. They're without CJ Stroud, but you just got to find a way to win these, right? And we found a way to win. And now we're 5-3, and I feel like maybe we got some positive vibes going forward.
Yes, sir. Well, Dalton, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for having me on the show, buddy.
Of course, man. Peace out.
Later.
All right, shout out to, so we got Big Jags fan on the next. What's up, man?
What's up, man? You doing all right?
All is good, man. What were your thoughts?
I guess we gotta believe in Liam. He said that he still believed in Cam Little, and he was right.
Yeah, they had a really good talk. I think he needs to come have a talk with me to make me a better YouTuber, because whatever he said to Cam Little really changed things around.
And I was watching. I don't know if you watched Locked On Jaguars. The dude that does that.
Which one?
It's called Locked On Jaguars. It's a
Oh yeah,
podcast.
yeah. I know about Tony Wiggins does a show.
That's right. Well, he was saying that Trevor at Clemson played like he played today every game, right? Because at Clemson, you couldn't afford to lose one game. So he was always in that mindset, kind of like with the Chiefs and today. How do we get him in that mindset forever, like every game?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. The whole Trevor thing. I mean, I just think his thing is he has to figure out how to get comfortable in the game of football. Maybe that comes with, mastering the offense and becoming an expert at the offense. Maybe that comes there. Maybe it. I don't know, because this is the kind of stuff like we've been wanting a Jaguars quarterback to be able to have come from behind victories, game-winning drives for so long. We had a guy that did it, and we've been so critical and we've been so hard on Trevor Lawrence in 2025. But I mean, dude has multiple comebacks,
That's
and
all
like
he does.
yeah, and
He
like
did
he
it with the,
can't, yeah,
he did it with the Chargers in the playoffs. It's when he gets in that mode, you could just see something flips. He's accurate. He's running the ball. He's running people over. I wish he could just play like that from the beginning, but he doesn't. He
yeah,
doesn't when he has to, which it's good, but we also need him to do it all the time. I think we could have beat Seattle if he played like he played today, all 4 quarters.
yeah, for sure. It's just, and it's crazy. We're down all these receivers, and I think a big upgrade here was I thought Liam Cohen play called a lot better. We were running the ball better. We weren't consistently getting behind the sticks on penalties. Like we were setting ourselves up in good positions where we weren't necessarily shooting ourselves in the foot. And I gotta give credit to Liam Cohen, because I didn't think he called the best games against Seattle and the Rams, but he put it on in the second half here.
And I guess one more thing so you get to this other callers, but I think ETN he's a lot better than Tootin right now, because maybe Tootin's a rookie, but ETN just seems to be a little more shifty and explodes to the hole a lot better than we thought. We thought Tootin was going to be that guy, but I think ETN is definitely stepping up.
Yeah, and especially with the Jaguars team right now, with what we have at receivers, I mean, ETN has a lot of experience, and I think that experience is kind of what we need for this offense that struggles sometimes and needs to find just some consistency and someone that kind of knows what he's doing when he gets the ball, right?
They didn't get stopped at the end.
My son wanted to say that.
They did. That was clutch. Needed to get the. I thought they were going to get it, but they didn't, and we're all celebrating now.
All right, man. I'll let you get to the other guys.
Sounds good, man. Good Jags. All right, so we have Gravy, Henry, Drew, Big 4X, and Jags fan forever. That's the order that we'll go in. So we got Gravy over here. What's up, Gravy?
How's it going, dude?
All is good, man. What'd you think?
It was a wild game. When Jordan went down early, I was like, oh, I thought we were in trouble because Brock Bowers got put against Jerry and Jones early. I cried every time I saw that get lined up. That was horrible every time.
Yeah. I mean, I remember on a 2-point conversion play, I'm like, all right, you just got to put your best cornerback on Brock Bowers. That's who they want to go to. And I'm like, all right, I guess it's Jarian Jones. We'll see how this goes.
I thought we'd have a better time lining up with them with Jordan out there, but when Brock Bowers got on Jerry, and it was just a mismatch the entire game. They
Yeah,
tried doubling, it was never
the thing
working.
about Brock Bowers is when he's healthy, he puts up these numbers every game. He's a beast. It's like the play where Greg Newsome was covering him. Like, how do you defend that? It's like a back shoulder, one-handed catch. It's just Brock Bowers is a beast. He's just a beast. That's what it is.
Yeah, and they were criticizing Greg online about that. Like, you can't play that much better than how Newsome played it. Just a crazy play from Brock Bowers.
Yeah. No,
I thought Trevor was he has problems with getting comfortable early. He's done it like his entire career where he just can't get in a rhythm early.
Yeah.
I think part of it is because he doesn't have that real big threat with reliable hands. He had it in Marvin Jones, like in 2023, where he could keep going to him and build some rhythm. Right now, he's got like nobody. His best receiver is like Parker Washington out there.
Yeah. No, it is. That's a funny thing because I know we all talk about like, Trevor with all these drops and stuff, but it seems like he gets that every year. But I mean, Marvin Jones Jr. didn't drop his catches, and you talk about players that come to Jacksonville, drop issues, and they get fixed here, then they leave and go back to it. I don't know. It's just we'll see how it goes. But Trevor Lawrence is it's a confusing topic here, but quarterback is always going to be, I think, something that's always being debated.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gotten better over the second half. He's done better getting comfortable early, but he's got like crazy mistakes where you just shake your head and wonder how he was possibly thinking to do that. That red zone INT is just inexcusable in year 5.
Yeah, and I was when they snapped in, you saw her rolling left and all that traffic. I'm like, I just feel like I knew it was coming. Like it's just and that's one thing I give Liam Cohen credit for is like he started running it in that situation in the second half and it worked. But I'm just like, what is this play call here? And Trevor, when are you going to learn not to throw it in this crazy traffic?
I mean, yeah, he was trying to build comfortability through the run game because, I mean, he's got nobody to throw the ball to. Hunter Long went down. They're out there in jumbo packages with Edoga out there.
Yeah.
It got real bad, but he's always had that problem in the red zone. Like, he threw that one pick against the Broncos in London. That was a horrible ball. Had the one against Stingley way back when. Threw that into the back of the end zone. He's always had it where he's rolling out in the red zone. He just won't throw the ball away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just been him. And like I said, at this point, this is football IQ seems to be the biggest thing holding him back. And hopefully he fixes it because I really don't want to be going around looking for other quarterbacks. But if we have to, then I guess this is what we got to do.
Yep, I agree with you. Well, I'll let you get to the other people.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. So we got Henry, Drew, Big 4X, Jackson Forever, then Tiger Tie. So we'll bring Henry on here. What's up, Henry?
Hey, Dalton. How you doing, man?
All is good, man. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm doing fantastic. First and foremost, I want to say, hey, I've been following you since Saxonville, 2017. It's been around
Hell yeah.
8 years now, close to 8 years, 7 years. This is my first time, doing a live and talking on live. So it's a pleasure doing this, man. I'm happy to see that you're doing so well with your channel and doing so well with your life and how things are going with your wife and everything. So congratulations to you, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I know. I mean, it's been a lot of growth here, right? I started this as a fresh college graduate, and geez, all the stuff that's happened just in the last 8 years. I can't believe it's been 8 years, but I mean, I think 75% of my adult life I've been doing this channel, so it's been a crazy ride for sure.
For sure. Yeah, man. But the game, a win is a win. I'll take it, especially as a Jags fan. I'll take any win that we can get at this point, right? And I'm looking at it, and we're taking a very bulky, filled roster. Like, it's still a lot of bulky in the roster. And what I would say what Liam Cohen has done and James Gladstone has done with a very bulky built roster, of course, a couple pieces moved here and there, but 5-3 when we didn't really expect to be at least this good. I guess that's a positive, but I really don't know what to expect moving forward with the inconsistency, the penalties, just the drops. It's a mess. It's like having a dirty floor but in a clean room. You know what I mean? Like, it's a mess, but it's not. It's kind of weird spot.
Yeah, and it's very bulky filled. And I think the biggest area where it's hurting us is like, look at our defensive tackle group. Like, Eric Armstead is trash right now. He doesn't do anything. You invested a second-round pick into Mason Smith. He also had Jordan Jefferson, who you had to cut. Like, it's just, and you just didn't have enough resources to really make that position better. And right now, it's really hurting us.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we'll just go ahead and hire some Walmart security. You know, they do a lot better at stopping Brock Bowers than what we got right now. It's just, it was painful to watch. It was painful to watch Devontae Adams. It was painful to watch Jackson. It's just, the problems we have, and I'm trying to finish up here so that the other callers
Oh, you're good.
join. But you know, I don't know if these problems can be fixed this year. Not even with the trade, because this is your first year. You're building long term. I sure if you want to plug up an important hole here and there, that's fine. But I mean, you already traded around your first round pick. That's already gone. You don't want to give away too much more because you're still trying to build. Because if this season goes 9-8, you're middle of the pack in the draft. You're not getting super good picks unless you really do a Gladstone masterclass. So we might have to go a little bit more conservative than we like. Of course, I love a Quinn Williams. I would love a Jacoby Myers or whatever his name is. I love that, but I would just stick to conservative for right now.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm not trading any day 2 picks. Now, if we want to trade a day 3 pick, we have so many of them, that's fine. But I'm protecting my day 2 picks. I'm not trying to do anything that's a little bit drastic and reckless, and just throw assets away to try to chase like the 6th seed,
I mean, we have enough day 3 picks to give it to the Salvation Army. You know what I mean? Like we got plenty, but definitely we got to play it smart from here on out. We're still 5-3. We've won against good teams. I'd say as a fan base, let's take a chill pill. It's first year. I know we've said that for the last, I don't know what, 20 years, but my last thing here is, let's take a chill pill. We got the win. That's great. Let's try and improve. We are very injury riddled. At least we're not the 49ers, but we're close.
I mean,
all right, Dalton, you have a great rest of your night, man.
Yeah, man, you too. And he makes a good point. Look, meaningful games in the month of November. I mean, that's all we wanted, right? All right, next we got Drew in here. What's up, Drew?
Yo, what up, my man? You all right?
All is good, man. How you doing?
Man, can't complain myself. Man, our Jaguars always give us some, man. Every single Sunday, always a scare. But glad we got the W, man. But I was just watching the game today, and me and my brother were just having a conversation. It's just stuff that I notice sometimes during the games. Like, you got Brock Bowers. He'll always show up for his quarterback. Jamar Chase, he'll always show up for his quarterback. And I think somebody else said it earlier too, but I feel like he said it perfectly. Like, we don't have that one receiver that just shows up, reliable receiver for Trevor when we need him to. And I feel like Travis Hunter and BTJ could get there, but right now they're just not there. And that also probably has a lot to do with how he starts the games too, just having that big target, like you said.
Yeah. No, you make a good point. Like, because Trevor doesn't have the F it, let me just throw it to this guy and he's going to catch it between 2 receivers. I mean, he like that one throw to Brian Thomas Jr. in the end zone, right? It was double covered. And am I going to expect Parker Washington to make that? No. De'Ami Brown to make that? No. But it's like, dude, Brian Thomas Jr., you got your hands on it. It was in a spot for you to catch it. I guarantee you Jamar Chase catches that. I guarantee you Justin Jefferson catches that. And is that unrealistic for me to expect him to make that? I don't know, maybe. But at the same time, I expect a lot of good things out of Brian Thomas Jr., and I want him to be the wide receiver 1, but he doesn't make those catches. So it's like, all right, I guess, I guess we don't have that. It's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. And really, I was just having the thought today because BTJ, sure, we've seen a lot of the reports too, a lot of the stuff that he's going through, injury stuff. But man, you still, if you're out there, my expectation is you're going to go out there and perform as a wide receiver 1. And I don't know. I was just having the thought maybe last year was just a run from Brian Thomas. It could have just been a good stretch of games, and maybe this is who he is as a player. But hopefully he gets there, definitely, because we need him.
Yeah, and last year, there were some things where it's like he didn't catch the ball clean, but he came down with it. And then now this year, it's like he's not really coming down. Even week 2, he had that insane catch against, the Browns where he caught it in the fingertips. He had some good plays last year, and that's why I'm not trading him, because I think he has it in him. It's just, none of us really understand how to get it out of him. But gosh, it would just be so awesome if he's able to unlock that, and all of a sudden we have this insane receiver, because right now we don't have a really good receiver in Brian Thomas Jr. We have a guy that can make big plays, can make some big catches, but right now he's far from a game changer for us in 2025.
It's not that reliable guy that we need. We just need that reliable guy. And once we have that receiver, and if he gets there, I feel like that'll really just elevate Trevor's game, because Trevor definitely has his downfalls and he has his moments for sure. But I mean, as everyone has alluded to and we've alluded to, we need that reliable big target. I feel like that's what the Jags really need to find for him. So hopefully BTJ can get there. We can get that rolling. I don't know. Are there any receivers out there you would just think off the top of your head the Jaguars should go after the deadline?
I mean, not any that we want to do what we want to, like, you're talking about this reliable go-to receiver that makes the big plays. There's nothing out there. Like, people talk about Jacoby Myers, it's like, okay, well, that's fine. I mean, ultimately the Jaguars have spent 3 first-round picks on a receiver position. We just have to get it to land, right? I mean, we've invested in this, and it's unfortunate because Travis Hunter gets hurt 2 days or 3 days ago, and I think the plan was probably to get him way more involved, and then that happens. And then, Brian Thomas Jr., it might not even physically be possible for right now because he's had the wrist, now he has the ankle, he's had like a shoulder. He's just hurt all over the place. And outside of that, whatever's going on mentally, it's crazy. So I don't know.
Hopefully our Jaguars can just give us some good product on the field the rest of these Sundays. We can make a push for the playoffs, but definitely we rooted for them every Sunday. Let's get after them Texans next week, because I do not want to have that taste in my mouth next week. So let's get after them, man.
Yeah, man, it'd be nice to get a sweep and be 2-0 in the AFC South. We'll be feeling good.
Absolutely, man. But definitely respect all the work you do, man. Keep it up and keep doing your thing, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Drew. Go Jags.
All right.
All right, so we're going to pull up BG4X and then Jags Fan Forever, then Tiger Tie. BG4X, you got the floor. Let me bring
What's up, Don? How you doing?
What's up, man? All is good. How about yourself?
Having me on. I just wanted to see what your opinion was on the Wildcat today. We saw a lot of that. I feel like we haven't seen that much this season. Just like seeing Trevor lined up and in the wide receiver spot, and it's just there's so many options there. We didn't go backwards on one of those plays, so I mean I liked it. But
yeah, and for me, I've never been a huge fan of the Wildcat, but it was working, so I'm down for it. I know for myself, like, I don't know if it's better to somehow, because it would be hard because they would see Trevor Lawrence not in the huddle, so they would just put in a bunch of defensive guys. But like, man, if you could somehow manage to where you get Trevor Lawrence out of the play, then you have an extra blocker, it would be good. But I mean, I liked it, and they even did some misdirection with some guys coming in, and Etienne got some positive yards. So it was a very good, even though Etienne didn't get in the end zone, and his numbers weren't even that like eye popping. Like on the ground, he got, let me see what it was. It was 22 carries for 84 yards. But the stat line doesn't describe how good of a game I thought Etienne had.
Yeah, efficient, especially in I can't remember if it was overtime or I think it was leading up to the game time kick. He got rocked and he just bounced off that dude for like 10, 15 yards. That was huge. But yeah, I mean, dude, that whole overtime, like everything like was going right at the beginning, like, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is going to be the same old way. The Jags are going to bite themselves in the foot. I mean, you win the coin toss, go down, score on 4th down, have a big kick return. Raiders do the same thing. Brock Bowers, man, I mean, unbelievable. Can't say much about that. Our defense was getting cooked, but I had him on my fantasy team too, so I was happy about that. But win and a win in one day, so.
Yeah, it was definitely a relief looking down after the Jaguars had the one and seeing how many points Brock Bowers got you in fantasy, and now he's back, so that was good. But it is amazing, like, these teams are full of a bunch of guys that we don't know and we'll never meet, and then like literally a difference between Devon Hamilton getting his hand on the ball versus not getting his hand on the ball is literally going to dictate our emotions and feelings the whole next week and our and our vibes. It is kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And yeah, we're in a good spot. I mean, Chiefs lost today, so we take that 7th spot, and I like where we're at. So, and then hopefully, like you said earlier, I mean, I want to see CJ Stroud, and I want to see the Texans healthy, but the Jags aren't healthy, so I think it'll be a pretty fair matchup if CJ doesn't play. So,
Yeah,
We'll see.
no, for sure.
But
Yeah, and there will always be a tough matchup, but I mean, it's a great opportunity to sweep them, great opportunity to go 2-0 in the AFC South, and just pick up another victory. Great opportunity to go, what was it, 6-3? So
absolutely.
yeah,
So,
meaningful games in November. That's all we asked for, right? And we're there. We're not even in the hunt. We're in the playoff spot right now. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that graphic a lot more now.
yeah, that's all I have tonight, though. So I appreciate it.
Sounds good, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, man.
All right. Next, we're going to bring in, it looks like Jags Fan Forever doesn't have his mic set up. So it looks like the final caller of the night will have Tiger Ty in here. What's up, man? Tiger Ty, you there? Going once. Going twice. Looks like he's trying to fix his mic. There we go. There he is. What's up, man? I don't think you have your mic set up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I can't. Here, let me bring you in. I can't hear you, man.
Hey, how you doing?
There we go. You're here. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
All is good, man. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Still a little disappointed, even though we got the win.
Disappointed.
First off,
You
I
got
want to say
W. Let's
congrats.
hear it.
No, yeah, I know. It was still stressful though. You know, we probably should have dominated that game. Especially the Raiders being 2-5.
Yeah.
But it was stressful to go into the bye week with the loss. But I felt like the defense was probably slacking a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe slacking a lot. I've been a Jaguar fan since '95. California, I was the only Jaguar team. Moving to Dallas with my wife, I'm the only Jaguar fan. Today was probably a little stressful than usual, but I got some bragging rights because I beat two of my coworkers' teams, the Chiefs and the Raiders.
There you go.
So, I just wish that we would go back to the 2000 eras, with Jack Del Rio and Mike Peterson, Rashad Evans, Jimmy Smith era. I just wish we did a little better today.
Yeah, no, and I'm hoping that we have the right combination now, man. Like right now we have to probably let James Gladstone cook, because right now the biggest issue with the Jaguars is the pass rush, and he really hasn't had the opportunity to go after pass rushers, and there's only so much you can fix after the crap that he was left with Balky. But we have a roster right now that's 5-3 with honestly a roster that's not all that great. We have some good players, but we don't have this elite upper echelon roster. So, let's see how far we can carry him. Maybe we can sneak into the playoffs, and that'll be a good first year. But, I'm down to just, let James Gladstone and the crew cook and, see where we're at next year.
Yeah, man. Either way, 0-16, 16-0, I'm still going to be, Duval all the way. I'm going to let you go, get back to the other callers, man. But I just want to say, thank you for everything that you've been doing, and congratulations on the little one, man.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's definitely a great time. I'm loving it so far.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Go Jags.
All right, go Jags.
All right, so the final person we'll bring in here, we got Jags Fan Forever's got the mic set up. What's up, Jags Fan Forever? Oh, Jags Fan Forever, I think your mic's not set up. I don't see your mic going. We're going to give you a moment here. This is what you call an awkward moment. Let's see if he can get this thing going. So yeah, the Jaguars, like we said, 5-3 right now. Let's see what's going on in this game. The game right now, and it's cool that all the AFC South teams lost, so that's a big plus. And right now, yeah, the Seahawks 31-7. Jesus, God, they're destroying. And I know it's funny because I was talking with this Commanders fan last year, it's like the off season and you're talking, he's like, oh, like, it's so great to be a Commander center now. Like, we're back. Everything's going to be great. I'm like, wait, you're not back yet. I've been in y'all's situation where you make the playoffs one year, but you got to do it consistently to be considered like a real true perennial team, right? And look at them now. They're about to drop to 4-6, the 3-6. Like, yeah. So Jags fan forever says he's gonna rejoin. I'll give you a moment, bro. But I'm gonna have to end this thing soon because it's getting late. At least late for me. I know a lot of you guys are, crazy late night people. Let's see. Clayton says, also, it's amazing how good watching a game on mute is for your mental health. Oh, this game today was not good for the mental health. That's for dang sure. I was stressing like crazy. And I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, is football even fun to watch? This football thing isn't even that fun to watch. It's just stressful. I'm not having a good time. It's fun when you blow out the team. But yeah. Bar Jackson forever. I don't see things working, so I'm probably going to end it here, unless I see you join last minute. But appreciate everybody so much for being here. Also, if you guys can't, drop a like. Also, guys, follow me on TikTok. I've been doing a lot more TikToks lately. So my TikTok handle is at UCF_Jaguar. I'm trying to put out some content on there for you guys, some short form stuff. So with all that said, though, also I'm on the other social medias at UCF_Jaguar and everything, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. All right, Jags fan forever, you there? He's not. Okay. I'm sorry, man. We'll have to call in next week. But with all that said, appreciate you guys for being here. Drop likes on your way out and go Jags.